Lion Country's rock station is 105.9 Quick Rock. Coming up this Sunday at the Bryce Jordan Center, it is WWE Live. The superstars of SmackDown invading the BJC. Tickets start at $15, and it is the best value in entertainment going today. You can get the tickets at the BJC box office or at Ticketmaster.com. The main event, John Cena, Dean Ambrose taking on the world champion AJ Styles in a world championship triple threat match. One person who is no stranger to John Cena is my guest on the line right now. She has reigned as Divas champion for 301 days, a record-breaking number, and is the star of WWE Network's Total Divas and Total Bellas, and is an ass kicker in her own right on SmackDown each and every Tuesday night. It is Nikki Bella.
What up?
Nikki, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can't wait for Sunday. It's going to be a big day.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited.
You should be. It's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be such a fun day. Honestly, we can't wait to come and take over. It's going to be such an amazing show. You're going to see so many SmackDown superstars. And if it's anything like what I saw this past weekend, you guys are honestly in for a treat. It's a killer show.
Oh, I can't wait. Now, you're just coming back after being off for quite some time with a neck injury. How is the neck holding up?
It's doing really well. I kind of like to call myself bionic. I feel like, I already have metal in my leg. Now I have metal in my neck. So I'm kind of like the female Terminator.
Nice.
But, right? Isn't that nice? But I'm feeling so good. Thank you for asking. Just like stronger than ever, super confident, just feeling really good.
Now, who are you taking on this Sunday?
This Sunday, I'm going to be with the champ, Becky Lynch, Naomi, and myself. We are taking on Carmella, Major Boo, Alexa Bliss, and Natalya Neidhart.
So Carmella is the Major Boo, and Alexa Bliss, and
Yes.
no, we really don't. Yeah. So, yeah, you and Carmella have had quite the battle going on lately. What is her issue?
That's, you know what? That's such a good question that I'm trying to figure out. It's been confusing. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm hoping that tonight on SmackDown Live, we get to hear, hey, what's going on, or at least some point. Because honestly, I'm about to take this girl on all the way to No Mercy and kick her butt back to Staten Island. But I don't know. She's either, jealous of the metal in me, or just is hating that I'm back. Being the longest reigning Divas champion, and maybe doesn't want me to take on with that new SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't know. I'm like trying to figure it out. So hopefully we figure that out soon.
Hopefully get that figured out, most definitely. Now, I read you originally had planned to play professional soccer. Now, what was the decision to go from there to the WWE?
So when I first was offered to play pro soccer when the Women's League was up back in 2012, I was going to play for the Arizona Heat Wave. And then I broke my tibia in half, and that's where the medal went in. And I took about 3 years off of soccer. And then when I was coming back into soccer and playing at Grossmont College in San Diego, I was offered to go over to Italy and get involved in their pro league there because the Women's League in the U.S. was folded. And so when I was training and getting ready to go, it was Bree who was like, you have to see these women wrestle. And, like, we always knew of WWE, and WWE was kind of in a different place at the time with women. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden, you were seeing what Mickie James, Beth Phoenix, Michelle McCool, Melina, Candice Michelle, all these girls were doing on TV. And I was like, oh, my gosh, like, this is freaking awesome. And it kind of makes me sad because I feel like when we talked about this women's revolution, we kind of forgot about that era of women who honestly were kicking butt in the ring. They were doing really great stuff, even Jillian Hall. And so it was those women that inspired me to say, see you bye to soccer. That's what I meant to do. Like, you get to kick butt, you get to entertain, and they just totally inspired me to want to be this amazing women's wrestler.
Now, you mentioned your sister Bree. She's no longer in active competition right now. Is it weird not having her by your side in the WWE?
It honestly is the worst. No, it's not the worst. But it is sad. I've had her, by my side for the past 10 years, and we had so much fun being bratty and bad and causing chaos. And now it's like I've lost my partner in crime. But don't get me wrong, at the same time, it's nice to build myself up on my own and, like, try to do this on my own. It's like having a new challenge, which I always enjoy having new challenges. But I even just miss seeing her backstage and traveling on the road with her and seeing her and Brian just be, like, mushy and, like, way too cute in the hallways. So it's like, there's a lot of her that I miss, but I totally understand, when you want to be a mom, unfortunately, in our business, when you're a woman and want to be a mom, you can't wrestle. So now I get her, clock is ticking, and she has to start that.
Sure, understood. Now, you won't see her at WWE, but you will see her October 5th when Total Bella's debuts on the E! Network. Tell us a little bit about that.
That is correct. So, Total Bella's, you are going to get an even more inside look into Brie and I's personal lives. You're going to get a lot of John and I's relationship, Brie and Brian's relationship, Brian and I's relationship. It's actually crazy because the cameras were rolling when Brian and I legit had our first big, massive fight. And actually, I had to rewatch it, and it made me cringe. It was just like, it's hard to relive those moments. But we totally got into it, and it's like not even those moments that they caught, but Total Bella's, it's going to be an extremely compelling season because Brian was forced to retire.
Right.
So you're going to catch all of that. I broke my neck and had surgery. You catch all of that. John had shoulder surgery. So here we have 3 people under one roof with Brian and I, like, his career ended. Mine potentially was over. John, didn't know what his next step was. Bree's on the road trying to just retire at WrestleMania. And then my family's there, too. And there were a lot of tough moments, a lot of very real, dramatic moments. There's a lot of fun moments because, with the family, you do have those fun moments. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, my gosh.
Sure.
So you just fully get to see, like, you are living in our house for 6 weeks straight, seeing everything go on, crumble, get built up. So it's really, really good.
Well, we're looking forward to that coming up, 2 weeks from tomorrow, right?
Yes. So weird. I get such anxiety. Like, I get very nervous.
Even still.
So, it's, I think it's because it's your life that's out there. So it's like people either want to watch it or not, and you're like, oh, man, this kind of sucks. So it's just, it can get you, some nerves, but it's fun. Next week, Brian, Brie, John, and I are taking over New York City, and then the week after, Brie and I will be taking over LA, all leading up to the season premiere of Total Bella's. So
that's fantastic.
I'm excited for that.
You should be. It sounds like an incredible trip that you've been on all these years. Now, really quick, I know we have a limited amount of time with you. The women's division getting more and more intense with these NXT superstars coming over, crossing over to Raw, crossing over to SmackDown. Who do you see as the future of the women's division?
SmackDown or Raw, or both?
Let's say both.
Okay. Over at SmackDown, I actually have to say, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on the blue side, it is a very competitive division. At first, you might have would have said just Becky Lynch, but now we have Alexa Bliss as our number 1 contender. We have Carmella, who just wants to keep kicking my butt every week to make a name for herself. You see great things from Naomi and Natty, and so I feel like it's the first time ever where you're like, who's the breakout star? Who do I love? Who do I hate?
Right.
And I love it. It's so competitive. I definitely think on the Raw side, I think Charlotte and Sasha and Bayley have been doing such amazing things, and then out comes Dana Brooke, and she's making a great name for herself. I definitely think, I have to say, Charlotte, I've really enjoyed how her heel character has evolved, and I think, when her dad left, it could have been a make or break, and I think Charlotte stands very strong as her own woman, and then Sasha, she's awesome, and so it's I think the first time ever, it's tough to say who are the top, who are the leaders. Everyone seems to step up, and it's entertaining. It's fun to watch. It's a great time for women, and so it's tough for me. That's tough.
Now, finally, for any young ladies who aspire to get into the business, what words of advice can you give them?
Start training at 18. Think of your character. Think of what's entertaining. Be yourself and get your butt to NXT because that's where it starts. That's where it's all about. And then then you make your way to the main roster.
All right, Nikki Bella, we look forward to seeing you this Sunday at the Bryce Jordan Center in State College. Tickets are still available at the box office, Ticketmaster.com. $15. That's what those tickets start as. It is a fantastic value in entertainment, right?
Oh, my gosh. Unlike any other place.
Exactly. Nikki, thanks for joining us today. Greatly appreciate it.
Aw, thank you.
More rock on the way next. It is Quick Rock.